Hello and welcome to a video concept that I did about a year ago, and that was when I was just getting actually into college football and I had no idea what was happening. So I'm just redoing the whole concept in hopefully a better way this time. And this concept is of course a common one in college football realignment. It's what if all of the conferences were geographically based and not based off of money or anything that they are now based off of. And first thing that I do have to get out of the way is that this is fully my opinion. You can argue about it in the comments section. That happened a lot last time. But this is just my opinion on what I think it would look like. And I actually decided to do two different concepts. One was based off of actually seeing the state's borders, and that made it very different from what I did when I took away the state's borders and just did it based off of where the schools actually are geographically. And this is what it would look like if I didn't use any state borders to decide the conferences. So let's get into the teams that reside in these conferences. I guess starting out west, we have the Pac-12, and last year a lot of people got mad at me for basically having the Mountain West and the Pac-12 flip-flopped. The only reason that I did that was more based off of literally the Mountain West name, which was Mountain West, so I just did west of the Rocky Mountains. People didn't like that because the Pacific Athletic Coast is Pacific, so I changed that this year, and this is what we have. We have both Washington schools, both Oregon schools, both Nevada schools, and of course all of California. These are either the states that border the Pacific or the ones that are right next to it. I also forgot to mention Hawaii, which is surrounded by the Pacific. So now moving on to the Mountain West, which was generally just the mountain and rocky states, and also just the area where there's not a lot of other schools. And this stretches all the way from Boise down to UTEP and Texas Tech, including the 3 Utah and Colorado schools, Wyoming, and the 2 Arizona and New Mexico schools. And the reason I split it up with this, with Boise being in the Mountain West, originally Boise was going to be in the Pac, but then it would be 15 schools and 13 schools, so I just decided to make it easier and do Boise in the Mountain West. I could have also seen UNLV, but I just think Boise is much more out there and much more towards the Rockies, and UNLV is, I would assume, much more associated with towards California and that type of stuff. And then I also grabbed the 2 farthest reaching Texas schools because all the others are just in a big clump, and then Texas Tech and UTEP are just kind of on their own, so I think it works pretty well. Then in the MAC, we have only 12 schools. It stretches from Minnesota down to the Oklahoma schools, including all of Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri, and a little bit of Arkansas as well. This is really just mid-American, right? This is as middle as it gets. Pretty much only Midwest states, of course, Arkansas not at all, and then Oklahoma is debatable, and I guess a little bit of Missouri as well. Now heading down to the American, this is where I put my American conference last year, because what do foreigners think of when they think of America? They're going to think about Texas probably first. I mean, stereotypical Americans probably. So it's essentially just the Texas and Louisiana conference. Just to make it easier, it was very difficult because it would have been difficult to only have the 11 clumped together Texas schools. So I just added in Louisiana because, I mean, they're pretty close. And again, of course, the only other 2 Texas schools that are not in it are Texas Tech and UTEP. But then over to the Sun Belt. This is also kind of where I put my Sun Belt conference last year. This is 14 schools from Mississippi and Alabama all the way up to Kentucky, and including a little bit of Arkansas to Tennessee. And certainly these southern schools are really difficult to divvy up because just trying to split it and making it even-ish conferences. Like ACC was pretty easy. There's a big clump of Virginia and North Carolina schools. And then the SEC, I just wanted to make it as south and southern, and then Sun Belt and Big 12 just kind of got the rest of it. So now into the Big 12 with 16 schools. This is Ohio to Illinois and then to Pittsburgh. And the only reason I did it like this is because the Big 10 is only 10 schools, because I did want to take some of these names as literally as I could while trying to fit it with the restrictions of all the other conferences. So I only did 10 schools. It's just the Great Lakes Conference essentially. All of these schools very close to the Great Lakes, and obviously all of them are in states that border a Great Lake. Now, I was disappointed to keep away Minnesota and Iowa, but I felt it was just easier for the Big 12's sake, because now they have all of Ohio and then to Pittsburgh and Illinois. I think it works pretty well. And then again to the aforementioned ACC with 12 teams. This is just the Virginia and North Carolina conference because there's a ton of teams in both states, and it works pretty well. And of course, they're on the Atlantic coast. This was the best way to do it, I think. And of course, down to the SEC with 16 schools. It was very difficult because I just had to find a point where I could fit certain schools between the ACC and Sun Belt, and then also make sense with, an even amount of schools. I really wanted to keep it even, but I mean, obviously it had to be Florida and then like Georgia Southern and South Carolina. So I mean, I think this is the best I could do. I could probably edit it a little bit, But I mean, they do barely get in Clemson, so they're very lucky there. But obviously the powerhouses are Florida State, Miami, and Georgia, and Clemson as well. I guess Auburn and South Carolina and Florida, and yeah, no, this is a very good conference. Then to Conference USA. Last year, before I had any clue of what a conference was or how it works, I thought that the independents were a conference. And the comments were not nice about that. So, yeah, there's only 10 conferences, obviously. I don't know how I thought that, but anyway. I felt Conference USA works well here because I have 2 Army schools. It's like, you know, Army and Navy, so I think it works well. It's just New England, New York, then Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, a little bit of Maryland as well. So I think it works well, and Conference USA only has 12 teams. So now with this refreshed map of geographically correct college football divisions, let's get into a season to see what it would potentially look like if this was to actually happen. And here are the rankings for the schools. Very interesting. Number 1, we have the American Conference in Texas, obviously LSU, Texas A&M. Very, very good, but they are tied with the MAC, who I do suppose has Nebraska, Iowa State, Minnesota, Kansas State, Oklahoma, you know, Arkansas, so I can see why those 2 are by far the best. Then it's the Big Ten, completely carried by Notre Dame and Michigan, but they do obviously also have Wisconsin and Michigan State, so, I mean, it makes sense. Then the Pac-12, which I would think it would be much better. It had Oregon, UCLA, USC, like all of California, and I don't know. That's interesting, but still A-, still a very, very good conference. Then the SEC, B+. Kind of surprising. I mean, I did mention how many good schools they have, but I guess just not as good as some of the others. ACC, definitely have some good schools, so that makes sense. Big 12, them, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just Ohio State that's the real big dog, and then, again, Illinois, Pitt, they're pretty mid. But then Conference USA, Penn State, they're there, and I guess not much else. Then it's the Mountain West at C, and I could definitely see that. See what I did there? I mean, just, you know, Arizona, Colorado, Boise, I guess, are the best, but, I mean, that makes sense. And, of course, the Sun Belt, which has Alabama, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, how are they this, and Tennessee? Okay, I mean, they do have a lot of terrible schools, but I don't think they would be last. I guess if you had to rank them, maybe, but last for the Sun Belt with Alabama? Jeez. So now let's simulate to the end of the season to see which conference, which teams would work out, and who would win their conferences, and who would make the college football playoff. Okay, and here we are for the conference championship games. The first one, Texas A&M, is going to be playing Texas for the American Football Championship, and Texas A&M is number 2 ahead of Texas. And here in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl, Texas takes an early lead, but Texas A&M takes it right back. It's all of a sudden dark heading into the second quarter. Texas A&M takes a 13-10 halftime lead. No, tied up 13-13. This is such a close game. Texas takes a 7-point lead, and then A&M ties it, and then Texas just goes right back and takes it. And here we go. Texas A&M is driving to tie the game in the American Championship game. Let's see who ends up winning this thing. Handoff on 2nd and 7, and they get it. Now with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on a 2nd and 6, Texas A&M needs, I mean, I guess they can run out the clock, but it's not going to do too much. I guess make sure that Texas doesn't get a chance to score, and is that out of bounds? Oh, there's timeout anyway. And now after the 2-minute warning, it is 3rd and 10 from the 10. Texas A&M needs to get something going. Texas A&M needs this if they want a chance to win. Texas A&M drops back, throws it over the middle, and he is going to get the touchdown. But that's a lot of time on the clock for Texas to answer. Texas would then drive down the field before finding themselves in a 4th and 14 game-winning opportunity. But first, Texas needs to make this field goal. 22 seconds left, 4th and 14. Number 36 kicks it, and it is no good. Texas A&M is going to have a chance to win it now. And again, Texas A&M out of timeouts. They're going to have to get it to the sideline if they want a chance at a field goal. But only 7 seconds left. Might as well just head for the touchdown instead. Dropping back, a lot of time. Oh my god, he has so much time. Throws it, Hail Mary, for the win, and it's not even going to be close. Headed to overtime. And Texas A&M did win the coin toss, but they gave it to Texas to hopefully get a stop first. Arch Manning drops back, throws to the end zone, and it's intercepted! Texas A&M has a massive opportunity, or they might just take it back now, but no. Oh my god, that is a massive interception. As now, I'm not as familiar with the overtime rules in college as I am with the NFL, but I think, can't they just go for a field goal? I don't know if they can. They might not be able to, but all they need is a touchdown, and they are moving the ball. Now, they don't need to get all of it. They still have another down, but I mean, it's always nice to get it over with. Now, pass, and he is under pressure. He's going to get sacked. No, he's not. He's still alive. Oh, my God. He drops it down to the running back. How did he get out of 2 sacks? That was insane. Okay, well, you could have gone for the field goal anyway. That was anticlimactic, I guess, but they're going to try to ice him. But Texas A&M should be getting this from the right hash, and it is up, and it is good. Texas A&M has won the American. What a game. But now here we are for the ACC championship between bitter rivals Duke and North Carolina. This should be a good one, but potentially not. I mean, they are both 9-3, but North Carolina is ranked as, yeah, they're going back and forth right now. North Carolina taking a big lead now, 13-point lead, and it is a blowout. It looks like this is not going to be close. I mean, still another half. No, it's not even going to be close. Bill Belichick is winning the ACC with North Carolina in his first year, and it wasn't even really close. But now heading over to the Big 12 Conference Championship game between number 12, Ohio State, and number 13, Louisville. I mean, this is, rankings-wise, this should be a pretty good one. As, I mean, Louisville is 11-1, Ohio State 9-3, and Louisville might be showing it. They're up 10-0, now 10-7, Ohio State. But now Louisville takes a big lead, and they might be defeating the previous champions, as, I mean, Ohio State just can't get any, as I was going to say, Ohio State can't get anything going, but all of a sudden it's a 3-point game, but Louisville does have the ball. Let's see if they end up doing anything with it. And they are kneeling it out as Louisville has just won the Big 12 over Ohio State. I mean, Louisville did have 11 wins, 1 loss. Buckeyes maybe a little bit fraudulent, as the Big 12 now, of course, in Lucas Oil is won by Louisville. But now to the conference that Lucas Oil used to host, the Big 10, and I mean, who's really surprised? It's Notre Dame and Michigan. Wisconsin, I believe, came close. They were like 16th, but they just were not as close, as the Irish were undefeated, and I believe still are, so yeah. Yeah, Notre Dame is number 1, 12-0. Michigan is 10th at 10-2, but it is a very, very close game right now. Notre Dame looking to pull away. Michigan can't get anything going. Not a touchdown yet. Notre Dame just playing good Big Ten football. Their first introduction to the conference is looking like a Big Ten game. And Notre Dame is going to end up blowing out Michigan 30-20, winning the Big Ten in their first year here. Where have I heard that before? But now we have the only 2 ranked teams in Conference USA fighting in Philadelphia for the Conference USA Championship. Penn State versus Rutgers, and I mean, I think I know who I'm expecting to win. But hey, I mean, Rutgers has a better record. They're not ranked as highly, but Penn State overall, I believe, is better. 7-7, though, into the second quarter. Penn State putting up another field goal. This is a very slow-going game. 10-7, still 13. Okay, now Penn State is really showing who they are. Or Rutgers, no. I mean, Rutgers is catching up, but Penn State is just going to be too much, and Rutgers was too little, too late. And Penn State, the only even decent team in Conference USA, wins Conference USA. Now for the MAC championship, isn't that the one that was ranked as? I don't think it was. I mean, I don't know why it would be, because there's only one ranked team in it, Nebraska, and they're hosting this one, as there wasn't an actual stadium that was within the limits. So yeah, Nebraska versus Kansas. So yeah. Nebraska is only 18 with 1 more win than Kansas, so I don't think the MAC is actually good, but I don't know, dude. 7-6 now, Nebraska. I mean, this is pretty sad for a ranked team hosting a championship game, and Kansas might be winning this. But it looks like Nebraska was able to pull back as they have a full stadium pulse bar going on 3rd and 10. See what Jalen Daniels can do. Drops back, a lot of time, throws it over the middle deep, and he's going to have a man, and they're going to have almost a touchdown. and he is gone. Oh my goodness, the Jayhawks are back in this game. So now Nebraska has to fight from behind, but they do have a little bit of a drive going on. 3rd and 2, throw it outside, and they get the first down. Only a minute 30 left. I mean, Nebraska's in pretty good position to even kick a game-winning field goal because Kansas didn't even try to do 2 points, which I never understand when you're, get up 1 by a touchdown because there's no point in not getting it, it's fine. But either way, Dylan Raiola, is that his name? Yeah, Dylan Raiola, he's still there. He runs up, and Kansas is starting to use timeouts. It's not great for Kansas, but let's see what happens. Dylan Raiola gets sacked. What a dot! While getting sacked to the sideline. Oh my god, and the toe tap. Holy cow. That was a beautiful play. Either way, Dylan Raiola now in shotgun, hands it off, and oh my god, 28. Big open field, but he gets down. Kansas spending another timeout. Who knows if they're actually smart enough to not just get it now, because Kansas, as you can see, they can score at any time. They had a large touchdown the last drive, but Nebraska's not listening. They're going to leave Kansas with a minute left to go out and win this game. And talk about action. I mean, this has been an incredible game. Kansas coming into Nebraska, full stadium pulse going on. But they got a shot at it. No timeouts. They're going to have to hustle. But Jalen Daniels pointing at the Mike linebacker. Drops back. No pressure at all. Not a lot of pressure in these games at all. But he throws it deep, and it is caught! Oh my god! What a catch on the star cornerback. And now they have a chance to bleed it out and get the touchdown. Oh my god, this is insane. I mean, this really is action. This is by far the best game, and of course it has to be in the MAC. Holy cow, Kansas, are they going to give Nebraska any time? It looks like they will give them a little bit. I mean, who knows? That may be too much time. Oh my god. Let's see what Dylan Raiola got. They can only, they have 3 timeouts, 22 seconds, and they only need a field goal. This is very doable, but, who knows? They're rushing for Dylan Raiola, play action, and the play action got him. 3rd and 11. Downs don't really matter anymore, of course, unless if it's 4th down, but you need the touchdown or at least a field goal. Dylan Raiola in very big trouble to try to win this game. He steps up in the pocket, and he throws it deep. Oh my god, and it is almost intercepted. You got to take shots like that. Kansas took one and got a little lucky by catching the ball on this side of the field last drive. 7 seconds, you have to go for the Hail Mary at this point. Probably shot safe clock to potentially get a field goal, but they're just throwing it deep, and it is incomplete. 2 seconds left, but Kansas can kneel it out, and after an insane ending to this game, Kansas is going to win the MAC championship. Oh my god, that was insane. So now for the MAC championship between the very, very good Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Boise State Broncos, who had like 8 wins and 4 losses. So I'm expecting this to be a blowout. But hey, who knows? Anything could happen. But right now, number 14 Texas Tech, it does not look like they're holding back. But Boise, a couple field goals and a touchdown, and it's a 1-point game. Texas Tech answers 21-13 now. Boise gets another touchdown and some weird, and they take the lead, but now Texas Tech takes it. Hold on, I gotta see this 2-point conversion. Okay, this is absolutely massive for whoever is going to win this game. Texas Tech either stays down or ties it. So I guess see what happens, and it's incomplete. Boise getting the ball back with a lot of momentum. As a 16-yard reception, now 1st and 10, 7-yard reception. Boise is moving the ball very well, but now a negative 2-yard rush. Are they going to have to punt? 3rd and 6, pass knocked away. They're going to have to, and Texas Tech has a chance to take the lead. It's now 3rd and 17. Do have another down. They don't need to get the first down right now, and they just run the ball, but he gets a ton of yards, almost the first down. He gets the first down. Who knew a draw on 3rd and 17 was a good play call? I certainly didn't. 3rd and 10 now. Again, don't need to get the first down, but I guess a draw play would potentially get it somehow, which is insane to me. And they do run it on a draw. Delayed handoff, and it gets stuffed. 4th and 12 for the MAC championship. Texas Tech does not have enough timeouts to stop the Boise State Broncos. Let's see if they could just get the first down instead, and it is not going to happen. No way he's getting out of this. And Boise State is going to end up probably winning the championship. They're not kneeling it right now. I don't know why. They don't need a first down. Texas cannot stop them. But I guess just for funsies, just run the ball. And now for the Pac Championship at the Rose Bowl between the number 5 USC Trojans and the number 11 Oregon Ducks. This should be a very good game. And going into this game, USC has only lost once and Oregon has lost twice. But Oregon has a big lead right now, 14-3 in the second quarter. USC gets another field goal. Is Oregon going to be able to answer? Does not look like it in the third quarter. Now, no scoring is happening. This is a defensive game. USC just another field goal, as Oregon now has the ball with a good shot to just end it here. I mean, they haven't been able to score since the first quarter, I think. But, I mean, who knows? 3rd and 9, if they get it here. I mean, they do still have a field goal, but that's still within one score. 4th and 9. They take the field goal. Let's see what USC can do with it. But hey, who knows? Ooh, bad snap. Play action fake on 3rd and 19. Terrible idea, but good. Oh, he's still under pressure. He had a lot of time, but he just did not feel like passing the ball. That is unfortunate. USC 4th and 19. Not a lot of hope for him right now, I'd say. But, I mean, miracles can happen. USC dropping back. A lot of time. Throws it to the sideline deep into double coverage, and Oregon is going to win the Pac-12 championship in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. But now for the highly anticipated SEC championship game, and this is a very good conference. Number 7 Georgia, only 1 loss versus the 2 loss. Number 9 South Carolina. Let's see who's going to come out on top. And it's a slow game so far. 7-3 South Carolina with the lead. Georgia takes it right back, 10-10 now heading into the third, and it is all of a sudden dark. Very defensive game once again, Georgia, and it's tied 17 now, and Georgia's going to have to punt it away. I guess let's see what South Carolina can do, and they're moving it quite a bit, but Georgia gets it back somehow, probably on a turnover, and I mean, hey, Georgia was moving the ball fast, so that's very disappointing. And Georgia looks like they have a pretty good opportunity to just melt this one away. And South Carolina gets it back. Oh my god. I mean, once again, we're going to need a miracle, and highly unlikely. But who knows? It's possible. Yeah, it is possible. But South Carolina drops back in their own end zone. And they get the first down! Oh my god. How did he get open for that? That was insane. We have seen some insane endings so far. Is this going to be another one? I guess potentially. I mean, Georgia had them in a perfect situation, but they just couldn't get it down. And I mean, they get the ball down there, but I don't know if that was the right decision, because now you have a 4th down, and Georgia looks like they're going to be bringing pressure and dropping back into zone, and it's exactly what they do. Don't bring too much pressure, however. And he could run for it, and he is a wide open man. Are they going to make the tackle? No, they won't. One timeout. They're going for the field goal now. This is a long one for number 69. Georgia's going to try to ice him. This is tough. This is really, really tough. Let's see what happens. Number 69 kicks it, and it is to the left. Oh, my God. I mean, that was a tough distance. He had the leg, but he did not have the accuracy, and Georgia is winning the SEC championship game. And now for what should be a very interesting Sun Belt championship game, as, I mean, Alabama, they're number 6 in the nation, but Tennessee, they're 10-2 and not ranked. So I guess let's just see what happens. And honestly, I'm expecting the undefeated Alabama to win here, but a lot of crazy things have happened. And Alabama probably beat them earlier in the season, 6-6 now. Oh my god, so much defense happening in these championship games. Not a single touchdown until now. Alabama gets it, and Tennessee, are they going to answer? They do with a field goal, and then a touchdown. Now Alabama is kicking a field goal on 4th and inches with 2 minutes left. That is a terrible decision in my opinion. You get the lead, but Tennessee just scored a touchdown. They can definitely win this game. You should have gone for it, man. I don't know about that one. Now, bunched up at the bottom of the screen. I guess let's see what happens here. And over the middle. And they get the 4th down. Oh, my God. Back-to-back games with insane backed-up 4th downs. I mean, it didn't work out for South Carolina last time. Let's see if it works out this time for Tennessee. Bad snap over the middle, and they get the first down across midfield. They only need a field goal to tie. Oh my goodness, we have quite a game. This is the game right here, because, I mean, obviously they're not kicking a field goal. Spread all the way out, no tight ends, no running backs. Tennessee takes the snap, goes for the shot, and oh, no defense at all. He could have caught that. That probably would have been a touchdown. Tennessee probably would have won. But he drops. It was a perfect pass. Not good defense. Great route running, but he just did not have the hands. And Alabama wins the Sun Belt Championship game. So now with the championship games out of the way, let's get to the college football playoff. And now to the championship game, we got Georgia and Texas A&M. Taking a look at the bracket, Texas ended up winning and then losing to Georgia 55-34. Jesus. Oregon beat SMU but then lost to Notre Dame. Alabama beat Michigan and Baylor but then lost to Texas A&M. And then Louisville beat USC but then lost to Texas A&M. And now pretty much two of the best teams. I mean, Georgia did beat Notre Dame in a very close game. So I guess let's see if Georgia or Texas A&M is going to take home the championship. And Georgia ends up winning the chip after winning the SEC as well. So I guess thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this concept and this idea. But thank you so much for watching. What would your divisions be? And I'll see you next time. See ya.